So good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of The Chill Dude on a Couch. I'm your host Hector, and today we're going to talk about the brand new debut album by the band Vended, and they're a band from Des Moines, Iowa, and obviously let's get it out of the way. They're very known because two members from this band are related to two members from Slipknot, so obviously that's going to be a comparison. So the band started earlier in 2018, but they got together and they started honing their sound. So the band has Griffin Taylor on vocals, Cole Espeland on lead guitar, Jeremiah Pug on bass, Connor Groditsky on guitar, and Simon Crayan on drums. So the band put out an EP a few years ago, and obviously they started getting the comparison that they sounded like Slipknot. There's no denying that Griffin Taylor, who's Corey Taylor's son, sounds uncanny like his father. I'm telling you, I saw a video of them side by side, singing, and it's almost the same person. So you can't shit on Griffin for sounding like his father because it's genetics. You're gonna sound like his father, and it's the way of his vocal delivery, even the mannerisms. And there's some parts in the songs that we'll talk later where you can really just hear how similar they are. So the sound of Vended, to me, yeah, it's a new metal sound, but it's very urgent and violent. It really reminds me, I'm sorry that I have to say this, but yeah, it reminds me of Slipknot's debut record. It had that raw sound to it, very similar to this one. Not similar completely, but you know, you can listen to some of the stuff when you're listening to this debut record. So this debut record is 13 songs, but out of those 13 songs, there's actually 9 tracks, and there's a few interludes here and there that divide some of the tracks. And we had a few songs as singles. We got The Far Side, Nihilism, and Serenity. And those 3 tracks, they're really good. They're very energetic and they feel very urgent. Griffin Taylor does some clean vocals, but also that aggressive side, rapid style vocal delivery. And you know, there's songs that you can't help but feel that there's a few guitar notes or sounds that, yeah, you say, yeah, it sounds like Slipknot. But I think also the band, you know, they're a newer band still discovering their sound. There's other tracks on this record that are not this, that I really enjoyed. My favorite tracks are mostly at the end of the record. There's a track called Disparager and Where the Honesty Lies that I think are really good. Disparager is one of the most aggressive, bombastic tracks on the record. And you know, it's really great guitars, great drumming, and they feel like they would sound great live. Where the Honesty Lies is more of a longer track with almost 4 minutes, and that one plays more with spacing. It sounds more eerie, starts slow, but then it gets more aggressive, especially in the vocal delivery. A lot of what they're singing about is, you know, being mad at the world and being pissed. And you know, they're a young band, so it makes sense. At the end of the album, I thought they have an interlude after Where the Honesty Lies, which I would basically have ended the album with that song, and it's called Once, and it's just basically 1 minute and 53 seconds of there's some noises and guitar, and Griffin is doing some noises, but it is barely a song. It felt like a very long outro, but after that you have 2 more tracks. You have Downfall, which is a almost 2-minute track, and that one's really great. Griffin is shouting about what his downfall will be, and he's like, fuck you, and it's got that really mentality of us against the world. But I would have kept that like that could have been the album closer, or it could have come before Where the Honesty Lies, because after that we have As We Know It, which is a 1 minute, like almost like outro of that other song. So yeah, I think there's a few things that are like filler. You have like a 1 minute intro, which is something that a lot of like late 90s to early 2000s bands did. They don't do that anymore that much. But I think the songs that aren't the singles are great. You know, they have a great album opener with Paint the Skin. And I think it's you know, they're talking about like the band, they don't use masks, but they paint their skins like blue. So it could be a reference to that. And you have another great song with I Am the Only One. And other tracks like Pitiful, I really enjoyed. So the tracks are enjoyable, but I can't help but feel like it's too similar sounding to obviously their famous father's band. But it is their first record, and of course like they're going to get compared to them more because it's his son. I think if I didn't know this information, I still think they sound similar to Slipknot. But there's some other bands that have come out that have that similar tone, like Blood Youth, for example, that they borrow a lot. But on this one, it's the most similar because of the sound of Griffith's voice. But I think he's got a great voice, and I think that Vended are talented. You know, this is a very fun debut record. I think the band is just getting started, so it would be interesting to see what they do on album number 2. Like if they keep this sound, or if they keep adding something elements to maybe move away from that comparison, which I'm guessing it will fade away once the band gets more exposure and probably experiments more with their sound. But if you're like me and you thought that the last Slipknot record sucked, because I thought it sucked, then this is the record for you people, because it really sounds like early Slipknot. And yeah, it's a fun record. It's not groundbreaking by any stretch of the means, but I think it's a solid start for the band. So I just want to see them maybe stretch their musicality and maybe do stuff different that will make you say like, hey, that sounds like Vended. But I enjoyed the debut record, and obviously this is coming out this Friday, September 20th. I got to the promo, so that's why I'm talking to it before it comes out. So tell me, what do you think of Vended? What do you think of Griffith Taylor as a vocalist? Comment, do you like this band? Or do you think it sounds too much like Slipknot? Let me know in the comments. And if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like, and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So until next time, Couchers, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a Couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.